Hello and welcome to Mountain Patriot Homestead. I am in the kitchen. I've got my apron on, so it must be time to get cooking. We're going to be making a chocolate cherry cake. It takes 4 ingredients for the cake, 4 ingredients for the frosting, and it could not be more simple. To get started with our cake, I have my cake dish back here that is a 9 by 13 or so casserole dish, cake dish, whatever you want to call it. And I've got it ready. I've got it sprayed, so hopefully will prevent any sticking. And I am just going to put, this is a devil's food cake. And this next ingredient here is a cherry pie filling. Now this is a 21 ounce can. I'm just going to make sure I get everything out of here. No waste. We don't like wasting here. So I'm just going to set that off to the side. The next ingredient came from out in the hen house or wherever we happen to Easter egg hunt for our eggs, because our girls do like laying them all over the place. And I just need 2 eggs. And I like cracking them in a separate bowl, just in case I happen to drop a shell or something into it that I don't want in my cake. So just 2 eggs. And if you bought those at the store, they would probably be classified as large eggs. And the last ingredient for the cake is 1 teaspoon of almond extract. Make sure I get all of the cake mix mixed up in there good. And this will be going into a 350-degree oven. And it only has to cook 25 to 35 minutes. As I tell you in all of my baking videos, you have to go by what your oven does because each one of them's different. Some do cook faster than others. I don't know why, because you would think 350 degrees would be 350 degrees, but not always. So, I'm going to pull this over here and going to get maybe this into the pan. I got my batter in the pan and I'm going to put it in that 350-degree oven. I'm going to start out at 25 minutes, check it, and if I need to add more time, we'll do that. Okay, in this pot I am getting started over low heat. Some of the ingredients for the frosting or icing, whichever one you call it, it is 1 cup of sugar, 5 tablespoons of, I'm using salted butter because it's what I have. You can use unsalted if you wish to, that's fine. And I've got 1/3 cup of whole milk, and I am just going to let this cook on low heat until it comes to a boil. And here is the chocolate cherry cake. I've just taken it out of the oven, so it's going to have to cool for a bit before we can ice it. All right, this is coming to a gentle boil, which is what I want. And I want it to boil for 1 minute before I add the chocolate in with it. And that will just be 1 cup of chocolate chips. But I'm going, now that this has started to boil, I'm going to just stir it because I don't want it to scorch on the bottom, because nobody wants burnt frosting on their cake. All right, I am going to add in 1 cup of special dark chocolate chips. And I'm just going to stir these up until they are melted. Then I'm going to set it aside to cool, and when it and the cake are both cool, I will frost it, and then we will give it a taste test. I got the cooled icing on top of the cooled cake, and I just sprinkled a little bit of chopped walnuts on top just to add a little bit of something extra. You don't have to do that, but let's give it a try. And here is the final result. And I don't know if you can see how moist. Let me get some of those crumbs there, and just that's how moist this cake is. It is just the eggs and the cherry filling is, I think, what really lends in the moisture in this cake. But this is a devil's food cake mix. You could use a dark fudge cake mix, just whatever is your preference. And I used, for the chocolate chips and the icing on top, I used special dark. You can use milk chocolate, semi-sweet, whatever is your favorite. Again, make it your own. And let's just give this a taste. I think I've got part of that cherry filling in there and got some of that cake, so I'm gonna give it a try. I'm not a big cherry pie person. I don't care much for cherry pie, but in this dark chocolate, especially with the special dark chocolate frosting on top, wow, that even I like cherries in this. Yeah, that's some good stuff. So give it a try. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it. This recipe, you could use other types of cake mixes. You could use other fruit fillings, other extracts, mix, match, and just try your hand, experiment in the kitchen, make cooking fun. I hope y'all like this video. Hope you come back again real soon. Love y'all. Mountain Patriot Homestead, signing out.